there's the tiniest risk. This might be mildly controversial to some, but it's less about royalty and environment, but more about loyalty on environmental issues. The Prince of Wales, now the King, we've known his views about farming organically, waste, and his love of rural communities across the world. But we sometimes forget his father's views, the Duke of Edinburgh, who was mentioned in one of the forewords to Rachel Carson's Silent Spring in his concern around some of these issues. The Duke of Edinburgh was almost very much part of the early doors in the late 60s on the instigation of the World Wildlife Fund, the WWF, albeit it was a group of hunters seeking to conserve and preserve the habitat of wildlife. Talking of which, the Duke of Cambridge, now the Prince of Wales, when he was made patron of the BTO, British Trust for Ornithology, people said, oh, he goes shooting. Surely that's not compatible with environmental issues. Yes, it is. And I think this is where we need to seek to be able to break down some of the tribalism and ownership of environmental issues, because there are bigger things at play in how we interact and look after this environment, how we live today, how hunters and naturalists, how hunters, conservationists, environmentalists and hunters can join together. We may have those different values, but we have this common purpose of being part of this environment and seeking to conserve it for us and for the future and for the environment itself.